Chidinma Nwosu had always approached life with the precision of a chemist, measured, calculated, and exact. A top student at St. Paul University in Bamenda, she was known for her no-nonsense attitude, thick glasses, and unwavering focus. Her latest project on sustainable biofuel compounds had drawn the attention of Professor Ayuk, who assigned her a partner for the semester, Fideline Gong, a charming medical student more interested in YouTube algorithms than chemical equations. Fideline strolled into the lab with a lopsided smile and a phone always in hand. At first, Chidinma bristled at his carefree attitude. But as the days passed and they blended chemicals and ideas, she began to see depth in him, his curiosity, his quiet intelligence, and a tenderness he masked with jokes. Their late-night lab sessions turned into conversations about dreams and doubts. Something unspoken simmered between them. As the weeks progressed, Chidinma noticed how Fideli's clumsiness transformed into focused precision. He didn't just follow her lead, he began to challenge her theories, proposing bold alternatives that made her reevaluate her own approach. Their experiment, once a routine assignment, began showing promising results, an unusually stable compound that could revolutionize clean fuel. Outside the lab, Fideli was gaining a modest online following for his medical skits and science fun facts. But he rarely spoke about it with Chidinma. Instead, he became increasingly drawn to her intellect and quiet strength. One rainy evening, as thunder rolled over the campus, he confessed that working with her made him feel more alive than any number of likes or followers. On a quiet Tuesday evening, after hours of recalibrating and fine-tuning, their formula stabilized. It was a low-cost, high-yield compound that had the potential to change how low-income communities accessed energy. Chidinma's hands shook as she ran the final test. Fideli, standing beside her, hugged her so hard she spilled the last beaker. They laughed, breathless and triumphant. News of their discovery was kept tightly under wraps between the two and Professor Ayuk. The university hinted at sponsorship and potential publication. Chidinma's dreams were aligning perfectly. Fideli, however, felt torn. His online followers were growing rapidly, and he fantasized about how viral their discovery story would be. But he said nothing. Not yet. The pressure to stay relevant online began to consume Fideli. His views plateaued, and he felt the sting of digital obscurity creeping in. One night, while scrolling through TikTok and watching mediocre content go viral, a thought struck him: what if he teased their discovery? Just enough to generate buzz, not enough to give it away. A taste of fame. He posted a blurry clip of their glowing green compound, paired with a cheeky caption: "Changing the world, one beaker at a time, fire #secret formula #lablove." Within hours, the video exploded. His followers skyrocketed. He felt invincible, until Chidinma saw the clip and confronted him, betrayal etched in every word. Chidinma's voice trembled not from anger, but disappointment. "You used our work like it was content," she whispered. Fideli tried to explain, to say it was just a teaser, but the damage was done. She withdrew from him emotionally, speaking only when necessary. Their lab, once a space of intimacy and innovation, became cold and clinical. Professor Ayuk summoned them. A corporate sponsor had seen the video and now questioned the security of their data. Their project was temporarily suspended, pending investigation. Fideli watched helplessly as the walls he'd built with Chidinma crumbled. His fame meant nothing in the face of her silence. Fideli's online clout surged, but he felt hollow. Brand deals came in, and students began recognizing him in the cafeteria. Yet none of it compared to the warmth he once felt in the lab with Chidinma. He tried to apologize, again and again, but she remained distant, focused only on salvaging the research. Meanwhile, trolls online began dissecting the blurry video, and a rival university claimed they developed something similar. Rumors of stolen data circulated. St. Paul's administration grew wary, and the pressure mounted. Fideli began to realize that he hadn't just risked a discovery, he'd risked the only person who ever truly believed in him. One night, Fiddly recorded a heartfelt video, not for clout, but as a confession. He explained the story behind the compound, the collaboration, and how he betrayed not just a friend but the scientific process itself. He didn't name Chidinma, but anyone paying attention understood. Chidinma watched the video alone in her dorm. For the first time, she saw a man stripped of ego. She knew the path to trust would not be quick or easy. But something shifted. She approached Professor Ayuk with a proposal: let her take full academic lead, but allow Fiddly to continue as a co-researcher under supervision. It was time to focus on the science, not the scandal. The lab reopened. This time, the dynamics were different. Chidinma called the shots. Fiddly, humbled, followed her lead without complaint. Slowly, their compound returned to form, improved, even. New safety protocols were enforced, and every test documented with precision. Their relationship grew again, but it was cautious. There were no late-night talks or teasing banter. Just respect. Fiddly kept his phone in his bag. He didn't need followers. He needed redemption. And Chidinma, though guarded, began to trust again, not just Fiddly, but herself, as a leader and innovator. Their work was finally accepted into the Pan-African Youth Science Conference. It was Chidinma's moment. She stood on stage, speaking with quiet authority, while Fiddly ran the technical presentation behind her. The applause was thunderous. A major investor expressed interest. That evening, after dinner with their team, Chidinma and Fiddly found themselves on the rooftop of their dorm. The air was cool, the sky clear. "I still wish I hadn't messed things up," he said softly. She looked at him, this time without resentment. "Maybe it had to fall apart, so we could rebuild it right." And then, with no cameras, no captions, they kissed, just once, just enough. Back at St. Paul, their formula was officially patented under the university's name, with both credited as co-inventors. Chidinma received an offer from a clean energy startup in Nairobi. Fiddly returned to his medical studies, but now volunteered at a rural health clinic, real work, no cameras. They didn't label what they had. No boyfriend or girlfriend. Just lab partners who trusted again, who created something meaningful, and who discovered that real chemistry doesn't need to be published to matter, it just needs to be protected, nurtured, and felt.